Enforcers advising this Jeepney to stop driving because there's a little girl trying to jump on the back, nearly fell down. Look, he doesn't want to stop. I saw another enforcer at the front, he's just run across. It's going to block him. No license plate on the front. The enforcer also mentioned that the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt and he's driving in slippers, which again the OTFRB did mention earlier is prohibited because there's a dress code for public utility drivers, whether it's PUJ, PUP, etc. They're asking them to press the brakes, but nothing's coming on at the back. The tire on the back is practically bald, which isn't ideal, especially considering we're in rainy season right now. According to the enforcers, the driver is not actually able to show any ORCR or franchise documents either. So that might explain why he appeared to be in a bit of a hurry earlier. I could be wrong. But when I saw that girl nearly falling off the back and the enforcers trying to stop him, first thing that crossed my mind is, I wonder if maybe there's an issue. He was able to show them a driver's license, but unable to show any ORCR or franchise, according to enforcers. The enforcer's walking to the front to look for the plate now. He's about to see that there is in fact no license plate at the front. Oh, the driver's kind of laughing a little bit. I know things are taken lightheartedly as much as possible, and it does help to diffuse what could be a, how can I put it? Well, things can escalate on the road, right? So if you can keep them lighthearted, it's better. But at the same time, it's not funny really, because it's kind of a reflection of public transport, right? The "pwede na yan" attitude that we sometimes see, right? And commuters ultimately pay the price with more uncomfortable rides, with unsafer rides. And obviously a plate isn't a huge factor in terms of safety, but it does help in tracking down bad drivers when things go wrong, for example. Things like the bald tire, that's a safety issue. Good morning everyone, we are back on the road with SAICT. This is near Balintawak, and right now they're doing a roadworthiness inspection operation. Aside from roadworthiness, they'll also check things like the franchise, registration, driver's license, just to ensure everything is in order. And provided it is, then obviously they'll send it on as quickly as possible to avoid any delays for commuters. And for context on location, that's the Cloverleaf Mall over there, Ayala Cloverleaf. They are looking over this Jeep now. One of the things that's obvious, especially at the back, or even the front, is that the plates are very hard to read due to being worn over how many years. Of course, that's a common question from drivers actually, is can I repaint my plate if it gets worn? You can see right now they're going through a test of the lights, the indicators, headlights. They'll probably check the brake lights. A lot of the time brake lights do not work. Although at least in this case the brake lights do appear to be working, so that's good, right? Oh, and I see they just flagged down this rider here, unauthorized helmet, and then he's wearing slippers. And then the plate on the back seems to have been done with a marker pen. You may know that LTO is now doing a lot of effort in getting everyone their plates. Their proper plates. You can go to LTO and they'll give it to you. They just flagged down another Jeep now, and it looks like he only has the brake light working on one side, which I guess is better than nothing at all. But ideally you want at least both brake lights working. I mean, a lot of vehicles nowadays have more than two brake lights. As for the tires on the front, they definitely look like they've seen better days. The driver's also wearing slippers. As to whether he's driving with them on or he takes them off, obviously I can't be sure. Aside from natural SAICT personnel, you also have LTFRB and of course PCG, who are a key component of SAICT. You can see the tires on this Jeep have also seen much better days. You can see this one actually has a large flat spot on the other side as well. Look at the uniform of these guys on the Solid North bus. They're wearing pants, nice shirt, proper shoes. Even the driver compared to a bus I saw a moment ago where again the bus driver and the conductor were just wearing casual clothes and slippers. I know of at least one operator that includes a camera on the feet as part of their bus CCTV system. Not only does that allow them to see if they're wearing slippers, which their drivers tell me their bosses are very strict on, but obviously if there's an accident, they can also see, did he really hit the brake? Did he hit the accelerator? Was he paying attention? And so on and so on. Of course, not only traditional Jeeps, there's modernized Jeeps like this, or many people prefer to call them minibuses. They'll also undergo inspection. Here's something that I don't understand, and I've been seeing it all morning. Cyclists coming along with the helmet. This bus has a green plate that honestly is almost unreadable because of the condition, but again, that could be due to age and wear and such like. But what he's been ticketed for is that broken bumper at the back. You see the left side is missing. And from Quezon City, the team are now here in Manila City. Same thing, roadworthiness inspections on public utility vehicles. And although the Jeepney does appear to have working brake lights, according to the enforcers, the signal lights don't appear to be working at the moment, at least not on the back and not on the front either. So it's not ideal, but then depends if the driver wants to use signal lights anyway. A lot of drivers don't typically use them, even if they should. It's not very apparent on camera, but in person I can see puffs of black smoke coming out of the exhaust here, and he's just idling, so I expect when he pulls away you're going to see a lot of smoke, although he might pull away very gently. They don't have any emissions tester with them, so it's not something that they can actually verify. It's not something that I could verify whether or not the emissions are in an acceptable level. Well, I guess we'll have to assume that they are. The rider now, no helmet. I saw one of the enforcers walk into the road to try and guide him off to the side. Place your bets if there's a helmet inside that box there. Oh, wala pa. A lot of the time there is a helmet. Oh wait, it's right there. Now you might ask yourself, why do people still bother even carrying the helmet if they don't plan to wear it? I can tell you why. Because I don't want to say 99% of the time, but a lot of the time, if not most of the time, if an enforcer stops someone without a helmet and then they say, I have one, it's right here, they would just say, okay, put on the helmet, go on your way. And then once they get around the corner, a lot of the time they just take the helmet off again. I've seen it happen so many times in the past. So that's why a lot of people carry a helmet, even if they don't plan to wear it, so that they do get flagged down, they can say, I have a helmet, look, I'll put it on. That's the reality. But if they have an accident, it's too late. You can't say, I'll put on my helmet. The road won't forgive you like that. That would be slippers, and of course the unauthorized helmet on the back. Honestly, unauthorized helmets are quite common here. And then another one would be the tactical helmets with no license plates attached.